Their t-shirts read, "Hug Me, I Save Lives," and "Global Citizen 2016, when really they should probably say, "Pie Me, I Kill People," and "Global Tool of the Secret Establishment." So in this video, we're going to show you the connections between the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the Trudeau government and how they are using proxies to lobby the Canadians into accepting the vaccine agenda. But just before we do, I'd ask that you guys check me out here on patreon.com/pressfortruth, where you can sign up for a monthly reoccurring contribution. We currently have 149 patrons, so I hope to get that up today. If you guys are not yet supporting us here, please check the links on the screen or in the description below to find out how you can support us on Patreon. All right, so today we're going to be breaking down the connections between Bill Gates and Justin Trudeau and how they are using proxy groups to lobby the Canadian government in order to push this vaccine agenda. Now, this really opened my eyes yesterday when I saw this. COVID-19 is a global crisis that demands a global response from governments, the private sector, and foundations like the Gates Foundation. I spoke with Bill Gates and Melinda Gates today about that, about the development of treatments and vaccines and more. So let's just take a step back and see where this is all coming from. You guys may remember from a couple of weeks ago, Bill Gates was putting out interviews and videos saying things like this.
Activities have, like schools, have such benefit and can be done in a way that the risk of transmission is very low.
Yeah.
And which activities like mass gatherings may be, in a certain sense, more optional. And so until you're widely vaccinated, those may not come back at all. But with the economy, we can bring it back. There will be a point where we have the vaccine and we're going completely back to normal. We're working closely with the vaccine companies.
You get the idea. He's constantly saying we're not going to go back to normal until we have the vaccine. And then you'll remember, this video here was uploaded on April 7th, 2020. So already, before Justin Trudeau made his announcement, we've seen Bill Gates saying it. And then you may recall from April 9th, Trudeau saying this.
Will be the new normal until a vaccine is developed.
If there are going to be multiple waves of this, if we aren't going to be able to sort of get out of this until we find a vaccine, which we're told is 12 to 18 months away at best, do you envision that we're going to have multiple waves of shutdowns, lockdowns, closures of the economy? And how can we handle those kinds of constant shutdowns?
I think even after we're through this first wave, we will need to remain vigilant and we will need to bring in different measures. Normality, as it was before, will not come back full on until we get a vaccine for this. And as you say, that could be a very long way off.
So as you see, he is clearly saying the exact same things that Bill Gates has been saying for quite some time. And I pointed this out on April 9th, 2020, when I uploaded this one. This will be the new normal. But back then, we didn't necessarily have all the dots connected into how the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is actually lobbying the Canadian government behind the scenes, not openly, mind you, using proxies in order to push the vaccine agenda. Well, now we have all the dots connected. The CanuckLaw.ca has done a really good job outlining this, so I'll direct you to their article. It says here, Gates Foundation lobbied Trudeau using proxies to accept the vaccine agenda. Now here's all the important links that proves everything we're about to go through in this article, so please check the link in the description. Do your own due diligence to see if this is true or not. I've looked into this, and indeed it is. It says here, context for this article, recently, Prime Minister Trudeau has echoed Bill Gates' sentiments that mass vaccination of people is necessary for any sense of normalcy to return. While there has been speculation about this link, there has so far been no proof of collusion between Gates and Trudeau. It's true that there has been collusion. However, Gates did not directly lobby the Canadian government. He used proxies to do this. Specifically, here are the connections. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation helped found Gavi, the Global Vaccine Alliance, in 1999. The foundation donated $750 million at the time and continues to fund it regularly. Gavi sought the services of a lobbying firm called Crestview Strategy. Crestview used two of their employees, Jason Clark and Zachary Blaise, for the assignment. Clark and Blaise have lobbied the Canadian government on at least 19 different occasions since 2018 on various health matters on behalf of Gavi. One more was conducted by Jennifer Babcock, who appears to have left the firm. All of this can be immediately verified by looking up the records in the Office of the Lobbying Commissioner. Clark and Blaise have connections to the Liberal Party of Canada. Clark volunteered in 2015 for Ottawa area Liberal candidates, and Blaise is a former assistant to the now Attorney General David Lametti. Do you see how this is all beginning to connect? So Gavi was founded by Gates and the Gates Foundation. This is probably the most well-known link in the chain. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation helped found Gavi, the Global Vaccine Alliance, in 1999 and has made regular contributions to it. The foundation essentially runs the show. The Global Vaccine Alliance, as the name suggests, is an organization devoted to pushing vaccinations on the public all across the world. Bill Gates has long been a proponent of mass vaccinations. We all know that. That's no big secret. Now, here's where we get into the interesting stuff. Gavi lobbies Canadian government since 2018. If you log into the Lobby Canada website, you can see what lobbyists have been talking to which government officials, who they work for, when they spoke, and what the business was. It's all laid out in their communications report, guys, and he links to it all here. These aren't duplicates. The registry indicates multiple reports on these dates. And here we see Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, Jason Clark, communication date, designated public office holders. Here's the date. Here's all the different times they were lobbying different governments. Again, links will be located in the description below so you can see it for yourself. These are just 20 of the reports that are on file with the Office of the Lobbying Commissioner. It's fair to assume that there have been many more talks that are not documented. Crestview Strategy lobbies for Gavi as well. We see here they have all the documentation. And again, I will include links for you here. Crestview Strategy effectively represents the interests of corporations, not-for-profits, and industry associates to achieve results with governments around the world. Across Canada and around the world, the rules that govern the government relations industry are changing. The new higher standard that regulates access to information and political contributions have fundamentally changed the public policy dialogue and improved how citizens, companies, and associations advocate their interests to elected representatives. Now, here's the lobbyists who are doing the dirty work. Crestview lobbyist Zachary Blaise. Blaise is a consultant with Crestview Strategy with a focus on Canada-U.S. relations and international development. He serves his clients globally. His experience spans both the public and private sector. He previously worked as a legislative assistant to the Canadian Member of Parliament, providing strategic, political, and communications advice. Prior to joining Crestview Strategy, Zachary also worked in various capacities in the public affairs, including as an analyst focused on the energy and natural resource sectors, and this is from his profile page on Crestview Strategy's page. It says he was an assistant for David Lametti, a former parliamentary secretary and the current Attorney General of Canada. So this guy has been advising the current Attorney General of Canada, and while Crestview claims it doesn't operate on a who-you-know basis, the current lobbyist pushing this is the Attorney General's former assistant. Not exactly arm's length, is it? Crestview lobbyist Jason Clark. Here's another guy doing some of the dirty work. Prior to joining the Crestview team, Jason has worked in public policy development and advocacy and engagement campaigns, most recently for Engineers Without Borders. Since arriving in Ontario, he has worked a wide range of Canadian nonprofit organizations on international development and trade issues. But now he's working for the Bill and Gates Foundation to push this agenda on the Canadian government. Gates Foundation lobbying Canadian government. Neither Bill Gates personally nor his foundation may have their name on any of these efforts to lobby the Canadian government, but they are behind it. Gavi, the Global Vaccine Alliance, is funded by the Gates Foundation, and they have the same ideological goals. Gavi is using Crestview Strategy to lobby on their behalf. And both main lobbyists, Jason Clark and Zachary Blaise, have ties to the Liberal government of Canada. Clark volunteered in 2015 for Ottawa region candidates, and Blaise worked for the current Attorney General, David Lametti. So Gates is using Gavi and LPC operatives turned lobbyists to push the vaccine agenda. It doesn't get much more obvious than this. So this is a really great piece connecting the dots here, showing you how they do these things behind the scenes. How, yes, you're not going to find Bill and Melinda Gates' name on, involved in the connection with the lobbying towards the push for vaccines. Of course not. It's being done through proxies. It's being done through these back channels. A really fantastic video just came out that I really encourage that you check out. It's called Must See: How Bill Gates Monopolized Global Health. This was put out by our friend James Corbett. CorbettReport.com is the website. And in this video, he shows you exactly how these things are being done behind the scenes, and he compares it to the likes of oil kingpins like Rockefeller, who had to paint a public image of himself of being better than he was, but he lobbied various governments through these so-called philanthropic channels. So now we're starting to see the connections here. And again, I want to link you to this fantastic article coming from Canuck Law, which connects all the dots. Now, I put out a video a little while ago now called the Trudeau Foundation Exposed, where we show how they are involved in pay-to-play politics. How, it's incredibly easy to influence the Canadian government under the watch of Justin Trudeau by flashing around a few dollars. It's all about pay-to-play politics. And now, we got the likes of this eugenicist right here, calling the shots for the Canadian government, behind the scenes, mind you. And now Justin Trudeau is openly tweeting that, yes, they are openly meeting and having discussions about the coming vaccine program. Guys, as these guys said, if this couldn't be any more obvious, I don't know what is. There is an agenda to vaccinate the population here in Canada. Bill Gates is pushing it. Justin Trudeau is now pushing it because the Gates and Melinda Foundation wants it. Not necessarily because it's what's important for the Canadian people or what they want. No, it's because these international lobbyists and the secret government who's really pulling the strings here are doing things behind the scenes, as we've shown you today. So please, guys, click the thumbs up button. Share this video. Let people know there's more going on behind the scenes than they are aware of. And please subscribe to us here on YouTube if you haven't already. Be sure to subscribe to us on all the other channels as well. They're starting to crack down on us here on YouTube. Join me on BitChute and Float and Minds and Steemit. All the links are located in the description below, guys. And don't forget to check us out here on patreon.com/pressfortruth. If you do appreciate my efforts to bring you this information that you're simply not getting from the mainstream, because they are a very controlled channel trying to narrow the information into one direct path, well, here at Press for Truth, we're trying to give you all sides of the picture. So if that's something you appreciate, please check the links on the screen or in the description below to find out how you can support our efforts. And that's all for today, guys. Once again, please click the thumbs up button, share this video, get the word out about the collusion that's happening behind closed doors, behind the scenes here, before it becomes mandatory law in Canada. Once again, guys, if you appreciate my efforts to bring you this information, please click the thumbs up button, share this video, leave a comment, check the links in the description to find out how you can support our efforts. And stay tuned, guys. We're going to have more video reports coming soon, God willing. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.